Come on, show some energy. You just had lunch, right?
Thank you, Shaina. So I'll be very honest, I haven't prepared. You've seen me running around, and I don't think I need preparation for something like that. I'm really, really happy. I think the universe wanted me to stand here. There was another person called Leena Kejriwal. She's from Calcutta. Great acknowledgement for the work that she's doing. If you have Google Baba, you can always Google and find out who's Leena Kejriwal. She's an artist, and she's doing some amazing work around child abuse. But her way of looking at child abuse is kind of different. She's actually looking at a topic that I haven't looked at. So I did go to Pune, I did interview her. I'm going to give her thoughts to you, including my own. We do have a video. It has not been edited. If you give me your email addresses, once it's edited, I will email to each one of you. Is that okay? You know, for a minute I thought somebody's standing here. For a minute I thought somebody's standing here, and somebody's standing so loudly that I actually went to touch. And you know who was standing there? Felt like my shadow. It felt like somebody back in time. It felt like somebody who had never opened her mouth. She's just 6. She's just 6, and she doesn't know a good touch. She doesn't know what's a bad touch. She's just standing there. Can you feel her? She's just standing there, waiting that someone will listen to her. Waiting that somebody will not think that she's lying. Wondering why her mom and dad aren't looking at what's happening. She's very little, and she's lost. She's lost because she doesn't know how to explain it. And looking beyond 6-year-old, can you see that 5-year-old, the 3, the 2, and the little babies in our country? And forget 6. Can you see the 10-year-old, the 15-year-old? Maybe you at 30, maybe you at 40, maybe you at 60, maybe you at 70, and you don't even realize you're abused. This little girl here, who is just very, very little, and the 6-year-old, she speaks to me. She speaks to me, and you know what she says? Free me. I'm sorry if emotions come up. This is every time I stand on the stage, there's something new that happens. And like I said, I don't need preparation for it. The 6-year-old is going to guide me today. That 6-year-old is standing there still. And her biggest desire is to be seen. You know what that means? You know when your abuse happens, you don't talk about it. You hide. Why do you hide? Why does this girl hide? She feels shame. And the man who touched her, who was old enough to be her grandfather, who should have protected her, who is not there in this world anymore, who doesn't even, that house where she got abused is not even there anymore. No action has been taken till today. This year, something amazing happened. This year, when I'm just turning 49, I've become 49, something amazing happened. Do you want to know what that was? You can see my mom there? Can you? For the last few years, I told her,
Mom, he touched me. And you know what? My mom said, shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. They will not understand you. They don't want to hear this crap. They don't want to see reality. They want to see the brave you. Don't be such a cranky person. Come on, you're a strong girl. I had to wait 49 years for my mother to actually recognize and accept that I was abused and to take any action like picking up the phone and telling the daughter of the man. And she didn't say it like this. She said, I know what your father did to my daughter. And I'm very angry with all of you. But for me, that was the biggest achievement that I had because my mom saw me. So now I'm visible to the whole world. But every time I stand here and talk about it, there is sadness. There's so much of sadness. Can you feel it? You know why? I had to wait 49 years. If I'm going through anything today, when will I get justice? After another 49 years? Do you all think I have another 49 years? Do you think little babies have another? Do you think they need to wait 49 years for anything to happen? Do you really think I just want you to light that stupid candle? Do you really think I want you to just call me Nirbhaya, which means without fear? Bullshit. You don't even know what that means. You don't even know what that means because there is no fear. I never felt it. I felt pleasure. I never, ever, ever, ever felt pain. I felt pleasure when he touched me. And I felt wanted. And I felt accepted. And then started my confusion. Because I didn't know, is this the only way I need to be accepted? You know who I became? I had to please everyone. You see me doing that, don't you? Even today? Running from one person to the other, asking you, are you okay? You know who's doing that? The 6-year-old. The 6-year-old was never asked, are you okay? And she's not angry about it anymore because her mom saw her. And you know what? Her mom went and told her dad. And you know what? Her dad didn't die on this. My dad is alive. And I'm very proud of him. All the dedication that I have towards my work comes from him. But I can still see the scars on that girl. Can you see her? Can you all help me in freeing her? I'm glut for approval. I'm going to change that. I'm glut for not having worth. I'm going to change that. She taught me. If you cry, people just look at you and say, you know what they say? Poor thing. They give you stuff as if you are begging. I threw my begging bowl out today. I don't want it anymore. Want to know why? Because I have the most beautiful people in this room. You, everyone here, and Rob there, and Robert there, and Ramzan there, and Kwesi here, and Bada here. I have friends from all over the globe here. And I am visible. And yet if you really ask me if I want to be my authentic self, I really want to be honest. You know what I want to do right now? Can I put this on one side? All I want is to crawl down like this and go like this. If there is God, I pray to God today. All of you here, please connect with me and let's stop this nonsense which is going to take 49 years to clean up and never gets cleaned up. I am in gratitude to God today. If you say Inshallah, then I'm like this. If you say Namaste, I'm like this. I experienced God, but I didn't experience Him at 6. I needed Him at 6. Isn't it a bit too late? So I want to be just like this. Because if I show you my face, thank you, Shaina. All you want to see is a strong Anu. There is no strong Anu there. Look, she just crashed out. There is absolutely no strong Anu there. She hides her tears, she doesn't even cry. You know why? Because you'll be unhappy. How can we release the kids? How can we don't give me crap? Give me a solution. Don't tell me you love me, because that's the most dangerous words for me. Because if I trust you, God help me. If I trust you when you say, I love you, Anu. I love you. I love you so much. Stay away from me. Because the minute you say, I love you, you know what my mind calculates it as? You want me. And I don't want you. I have the right to reject. And I have the right to live. When you are abused, for the longest you don't realize. And please, dear parents, you remember what Niyati said yesterday. You know what Karishma said yesterday. And amazing, because when she was getting her meditation done, for the first time, I saw my 6-year-old dancing away in a white, beautiful dress with her wings all over and saying, hey, there's freedom. The freedom is not outside you, Anu. It's right inside you. Get and do everything that's going to give you empowerment. Don't stop yourself. I like what Rob Van Overbruggen said to me. If you didn't do anything about it, then you would regret on the last day of your life that you didn't do anything. If you do something, what do you think will happen? You might fail. Oops, I don't want to fail. Or you might be a winner. But at least you know you did it. Can each one in this room, instead of lighting candles, really understand that this does not happen to bad girls? This does not happen to a 2-year-old. This doesn't just happen to a 2-year-old. This can happen to anyone, including if you are 60 years old, 80 years old, and it's got nothing to do with shame. Because shame is only going to get what? How long are you going to stand like that? So this is what I realized in my journey. Rob Wagmare gave me the first, in fact, Johannes Fischlinger gave me, and this is why, so before I even go there, this is why Emma is so important for me. This is why I believe in mental health. This is why this community is so important for me. This is why each one of you is so important for me. Johannes Fischlinger years back allowed me to speak about this in the summit. I was so angry. I didn't know. I spoke from my heart, but there was only anger. I spoke about it again in 2013 in UK, thanks to Rob Wagmare, thanks to Joanne. And I hid in my room after the talk. I looked at the bed, and I didn't want to live. I stood there and said to myself, if I die, they will say, bloody Indian mar gaya. The bloody Indian has died. She couldn't take the urine. Poor thing. But that poor thing will still be there. So that night, I picked up the phone and spoke to whoever I wanted the whole night. And next day, I got up and came down like a winner. Today is the third time I'm attempting it again. This time, I'm more empowered, not completely. My mom has broken her silence. My dad knows it. And I loudly know. The words are not loudly. And Rob Van Overbruggen taught me so well. Words are not loudly. It has to be firmly. I'm telling each one of you very firmly, don't take this shit from anyone. Not anyone. You know what they said in Mahabharata? What did the Krishna say to Arjuna? When he was going to fight? It's in Mahabharata, right? Arjuna was going to fight and he could see only his relatives there. And he stood in front of Krishna and said, I'm sorry, Lord, I cannot fight these people. They all are my loved ones. I love them to bits. I cannot have a battle with them. And Krishna looked at him and said, well, you have a choice. Go fight for yourself. This is an illusion. The world is nothing but an illusion. Go out there. Fight. Fight for your right. This is our granthas. Go fight for your right. Go bloody stand up for yourself. Go find that happiness that you're waiting for. Are you going to keep waiting for someone to give you permission to be with the man that you want to be with the woman that you want to be? Are you going to keep waiting for the society to keep telling you what to do? Or are you going to be authentic like Dr. Kwesi says? Be honest. Be authentic. This man sitting here, Dr. Kwesi, who is a crazy man, he taught me more than anybody else can teach. They asked me to cancel the conference. This was my dream. You are living my dream. You're my creative visualization. But my creative visualization was that all my family be together. Today I feel seen. Today I feel heard. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.